Hey, right, here we are. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Remove Success Stories. And this time, we are speaking to Paul King, who is currently in the Remove program in association with Prostate Cancer Research. So, guys, as always, before we, get talking about Paul and his journey, etc., please, if you are watching, please just put a hi in the comments. Just let us know you're here. It always helps. Also, if you've got any questions, please just pop them in the comments, and and then myself or Paul will be able to answer them, and also we'll do our best to help answer them on the call. If not, we can then answer them after as well. So, good morning, Paul. Morning, Paul.
Morning, yeah. Morning. People, please do say hi on the comments or ask any questions. It'd be good to see them. But yeah, good morning.
That's it. Morning. So, Paul, before we get into it, just introduce yourself, who you are, and whereabouts in the country are you?
So, my name's Paul King. I'm currently in Manchester. Manchester. Everyone knows Manchester. Everyone knows the football teams. Everyone knows where that is. The industrial north.
Nice. And before your prostate cancer, like what were you doing? Because now you're not really working, are you? So what were you doing before?
No, I used to work for a friendly society, and I was one of their branch development teams. They used to go around the country and help groups to develop their development plans and their marketing and whatever else they wanted to do to go forward. So I had a job that actually took me all over the country. I was going through London all the time. I was down in Brighton. I was, crossing Lincolnshire. I was there. So I travelled a lot, but I worked with lots and lots of volunteers and lots of branches and different groups.
Nice. So Paul, we're talking today because you're in the Remove program. And all that, and part of the criteria to be in the remove program is that that you've got prostate cancer. Now, if we go back to before when you first got diagnosed, when was that, Paul?
I first got diagnosed in July 2023. In fact, that also diagnosis came as a bit of a surprise to me because I didn't have any symptoms of prostate cancer as such. I had pain issues. So it was a bit of a surprise diagnosis time, really, to say the least.
So how were you, how did that diagnosis come about?
Well, I've been having quite major pain issues for quite a few months. I had this sort of moving pain. I'd been losing feeling in parts. I'd lost the feeling with my left leg for a bit. So I had all this pain for a while, and it came to a head when I basically collapsed, having lost all feeling from the waist down. I got taken by ambulance to Salford Royal Hospital. I got put in an MRI machine, and that's when they said to me, well, basically, we can see you've got cancer on your spine and your lungs, and it's pressing on your spinal cord. So you got malignant spinal cord compression. That's why you've lost the feeling from the waist down. And then I was rushed into emergency surgery to try and release some of the pressure from that. And now my spine is literally held together by rods and pins. They also did a biopsy.
I saw the photos you shared.
Yeah. And I said that's when I was told I had, well, from the biopsy they knew it was prostate cancer, but they knew that before they'd done the biopsy, because it's actually on my spine, on my lungs, my adrenal gland, and possibly on my liver. So I'm a bit riddled with it, and obviously with the spinal cord compression, it has caused all sorts of mobility and other issues.
What so like you say, start with prostate cancer, but then it's now spread. What issues are you suffering? Like you just said, it's like mobility issues, etc. Like, in what way is it affecting you, Paul?
Well, obviously, at the time I had the surgery last year, very major spinal surgery, say to attach the spine together, 10.5 hours I was underwater. I came back, and of course I still had the feeling from the waist down, so I was gradually getting the feeling back. I had to learn to walk again. There's been the slow recovery on the bolts and pins that go in the spine, so that's taken a long time. There's sort of pain issues. I'm on some very strong painkillers and other things, but also I've had a lack of feeling in my left leg, a lack of feeling across the seat. I think it was called neuropathic bowel and bladder. You know, all sorts of issues that anyone with a spinal injury would have, and it is, you know, I think what's happened to me is a spinal injury. What I will say is, thankfully, I have recovered quite a lot from that, and I have got a lot of feeling back. But believe me, it's taken a long time and a lot of physio and a lot of other things. It's been a hell of a journey to get to even where I am, and obviously with the drugs as well, the cancer drugs, they're horrible. They're just horrible.
Yeah, no, that's it. So you were diagnosed July 2023. Now what treatment, like what path of treatment did you have?
Well, obviously the spinal was the first stage. Then there was an immediate injection of the quite heavy hormone treatment thing to try and stop the cancer spreading. At that time, there was an amount of recovery I had to do, of rehabilitation recovery I had to do before I was even fit to start any treatment. In fact, they actually discussed whether they could do treatments or not because of how I was. I had to get physically well enough to even start the treatments. Again, I was always told all the treatments I'd get were just palliative because I am stage 4. I am, you know, classed as terminal. So I initially had it was palliative radiotherapy on the spine. So again, I've not actually had anything on the prostate. I had palliative radiotherapy on the spine again to try and help me get some more mobility back and to get some more of the pressure off the spinal cord and things. And then that was followed up again when I was fit enough again to go for it with a series of chemotherapy. So obviously lost all my hair through the chemotherapy. It is back. I just like the hats now, you know, but
yeah.
I lost all the hair through the chemotherapy and things. And that was harsh. Lost my fingernails, lost my hair, exhaustion, fatigue, you name it. I've had it in that time, and then coupled with the mobility and the other issues still with the spinal things. But again, the chemotherapy also then I think took some of the spinal tumors down a bit. So again, that brought more mobility back in with the chemotherapy. So although it was horrible, I think it was definitely worth it between the radiotherapy and the chemotherapy. And now on 2 different types of hormone treatment for life, one called darolutamide, which is quite a new one. In fact, I think it passed its clinical trial on the Friday and I was tried on the Tuesday. So
wow.
people to get that one. So that will hopefully keep me alive a bit longer. And I'm on another hormone treatment again. I have regular injections for both. Are horrible. It is chemical castration. It's a nasty process. It gives hot flushes. It gives weight gain. It gives all sorts of other issues. And okay, you couple that weight gain and body shape changes with mobility problems, and it's not a good scenario.
No, that's it. Because this is the thing, like you know, you have to have some treatment to help, you know, get rid of the cancer, you know, to treat that. But then there's, you know, the side effects, you know, like for you, like you had, like you just said, the weight gain, the hot flashes, you know, like what other impacts have you had from all of this?
Well, as I say, the weight gain I put 25 kilos on in just over a year. Keep saying you need to eat, you need to try and stay as fit as you can to fight the drugs and fight everything else, and to keep that going. The mobility has been terrible. Having to learn to try and walk properly again and to do things. I still have a stick and things. I'm not, you know, I'm not completely okay. I can't get that far. So the mobility's been bad, but obviously I've been working at it. And being able to get back to doing normal things has been difficult.
Yeah.
You know, I used to walk for miles and miles and miles. I used to cycle everywhere. It's quite sad when you can't do the things that you used to do. The hot flushes have been a killer now. Also, I started a new drug about a month ago, and that's been revolutionary for the hot flushes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, that was one of the reasons why, you know, it's like you and your hat, you know, like the hat, like you said, you use it as a fan. That's it. Yeah. And I think that's a great idea. I think it's a really, really good idea. So, you know, like little things like that, you know, like we said on the group call, you know, about the hormone treatment is that they don't tell you about the hot flushes or anything like that, do they? Or the, you know, the other side effects of it.
To be fair, they did to me. I think when I first met with my oncologist, so I'd gone for the actual oncologist came to the Salford Royal where I was an inpatient at the spinal ward. When I first met with them, they said, "Look, you know, we can give you these treatments that might extend your life, but they're horrible. Yeah. You might decide it's not actually worth it with everything else going on to even do it." And they did say, you know, I would probably get these hot flushes, I would probably get weight gain, I would probably get that. So no, to be fair, they actually did tell me. I know from the other guys who've not told everyone the full side effects, but to be fair, they did warn me. But even warning you, it doesn't really prepare you for it. You know, I mean, obviously, to be prepared for suddenly you've lost all your testosterone, you've suddenly lost all your libido, you've lost that function. Yeah. You've got your emotions are high. You don't know why your mood swings are up and down. It's the most bizarre path that I think some of my female friends are now saying, "Well, now you know what we feel like." Yeah, actually, I do. And I mean, the whole hormone treatment, it's vicious, it's nasty. It takes away what it is to be a man from you. But it is keeping me alive.
Yeah, that's it.
I got to keep that goal. I mean, I do know some men who said, "Look, it's not worth it, and actually I'm going to give up on it because that's how bad it affects them."
Yeah.
You know, so I do know people who are choosing, they'd rather not have it and
then just that's it. Yeah.
So it has to be a personal choice with any treatment what you're going to accept or not. But the side effects are vicious.
Yeah, that's it. So how long roughly was your treatment duration?
Well, I was 8 weeks in the spinal ward and the rehabilitation from that. Then I had the radiotherapy a few weeks later, then the chemotherapy. So I think from the start of diagnosis to the end of the chemotherapy would have been 8 months. But then I'm still recovering from the spinal.
That's it. So it's an ongoing thing, isn't it? It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, I mean, I was certainly told, you know, I mean, certainly for the first few months of the spinal, you're supposed to pick pints of water, you know, nothing of any weight whatsoever. Take it easy. It was only after 12 months from the spinal op I was actually told I can now do some moderate exercise, really, because obviously they were worried about any of the pins coming disjointed or doing myself an injury. So I had to wait 12 months before they'd even say, "Well, okay, it's healed enough now. You're okay to do some
movement." So yeah, that's
some basic, more than a bit of movement. You know, I was doing things. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, that's it.
To push myself anywhere, that was 12 months. They did tell me it's 18 months for the spinal op to repair. Never mind anything else.
Yeah.
So I was still in repair stage with the spinal op.
So you've had that the all clear. So you weren't allowed to do much exercise. Plus you had the weight gain as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then also you were told about, because I know we spoke as well, and you were told that you weren't, you know, they were saying that it's going to be hard for you to lose weight now.
They told me it'd be virtually impossible for me to lose weight with the hormone treatments and all the other things I'm on. The hospital said to me it'd be almost impossible to lose weight. So just, you know, try and be content, try and get on with it. You're not, it's not going to happen. You've got no testosterone, you've got all these female hormones, you've got no, you know, you got all the other issues you've got. You're going to find it very, very, very difficult to lose weight. That natural testosterone, that natural, what's what I'm looking for, where you burn energy. I can't think what the word is, but you know, that all those natural things that help you to burn your fats and work at it. Plus the fact the lack of being able to exercise properly for so long. But yeah, they said it's going to be virtually impossible to lose that weight. Go home and get used to it, sort of thing.
So for a lot of people, they would have done that. They would have just gone home and just gone, well, this is it, right? This is it. So why, you know, like when you saw, you know, the remove program, you know, being advertised, what made you then want to get involved in that then, Paul?
Look, I was really depressed about my weight gain. I was really depressed about my fitness levels. You've got to bear in mind, you know, if you go back sort of 2 years, I was quite a fit person. As I say, I used to cycle to work and never swim before work. You know, I was a relatively fit individual. I might have been big and slightly heavy, but I was fit. You know, I literally, I got on holiday and I'd walk 12, 15 miles in a day quite happily. So I'd gone from that fitness level where, you know, I was happy and I was contented to suddenly I'm now got this body shape change. I've grown a pair of breasts. I've got this body shape change, and that's connected to the hormone treatment, by the way. It's bloody depressing. So I've got the weight change, I've got this body shape change. You know, I can't fit my clothes. I'm not feeling fit anymore. You know, at least I used to have some feeling of fitness. And I got the mobility problems, and it was really depressing me. It was really getting to me. And I didn't want to just sit at home and go, I'm accepting this and this is my life now. I wanted to live the best life I can. If you told you've got a life-limiting illness, you can either lie back and go, you know what, let it take me. You can go, I'm going to try and do as much as I possibly can to get all those experiences in and try and live as rich a life as I can. It might be altered and changed as to what you can or can't do or how you do it.
Yeah.
But I ain't rolling over and dying anytime soon.
That's it. Good. So you decided to join the remove program. You know, it's been great having you in it. But for you, like, how has it been for you? Like, what's your experience been of the remove program? Like for you personally?
Well, I think it was great to get on it. It was great to get the start on. And obviously the starting thing was the usual things about, you know, do 7,000 steps a day. Well, that ain't going to happen for me. And do certain things that just couldn't happen. But thankfully, obviously, you'll adjust and you'll allow those adjustments, and you'll talk about different ways of doing things. Because obviously, I can't meet that standard model that you do this 7,000 steps and you do this and you do that. So it's what can I do, or how can I do it, or how can I change it up within the capabilities of it.
Yeah. We tailored it for you, didn't we?
And I mean, there's certain huge things I never would have thought of, again, to do with diet and exercise and thinking about things. And I'm going to take a sip of water now at this big pint pot that I've got, because water's a huge got to go into it. You know, I remember in week 1, you said to try and drink 7 litres of water a day, and I go, what?
I didn't say try and drink 7 litres. I said for you, that's like our target, but I don't want you drinking that. I did. Don't say that.
Yeah, but no, there's targets to drink water and to rehydrate. And you know, I never knew how much water I was drinking before, because I never measured it. I never thought about measuring it. I mean, you can't see it, it's slightly off camera, but I've got 2 jugs of water. So I pour myself 4 litres of water in the morning, and I can see during the day how much water, if I'm at home, I've actually drank. So I can keep an eye on it, and I can monitor it. And I think if I'm not drinking enough water, I can drink some more water. You know, and I think bizarrely that helps. Okay, I've got to plan when I'm out and about, but you know, that helps, that rehydration. The eating breakfast, again, I was never a big breakfast eater like most people. It might be a piece of the toast or or some granola and some yogurt or something. It wasn't super unhealthy. Now, I think from the program you're saying to think about your protein and think about your this, and I'm eating these big breakfasts, and it seems wrong to say I'm eating quite a big breakfast.
Yeah.
On a weight loss program.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thinking at the start, why is it making me eat these big breakfasts? It makes no sense. But then you start to realise that it makes sense because you're drinking more water, you eat the big breakfast, you don't feel as hungry, you're probably snacking less. When it comes to lunch, well, they have a smaller lunch than I would have had previously. It all those little knock-on effects and the different bits you bring in each week. And again, the problem is it sort of goes week by week by week. So you don't put it all at the start and say that's what you do, and you look at it and you panic. You bring it in bit by bit by bit, and I say as to what you can do. So no, it has changed to some extent my relationship with food. I mean, I never looked at food labels before.
That's it. You just looked at the picture. Oh yeah, that looks nice.
That looks nice. I'll have that, or I'll cook that. I never did portion control. I never did. I mean, I'm still not in proper portion control, but I'm thinking about it, and that's the difference.
Yeah, that's it. You've got an awareness of it now, which is key to it. So that's really good. So you've been doing that in the program. Also, like the group side of it. I think for you, you've been a great active member of the group calls. Like for you, how have you found those? Because there's been you on it. Because everyone's got different. Even though everyone's got prostate cancer, it affects people in different ways, doesn't it?
I've had a lot of support over the past year from various different bits and pieces. So, I feel a bit sort of support group hungry in a way, but obviously my journey and the mental health and the journey and everything else has been a bit up and down, as you can imagine, for a person who's had quite the trauma level of 8 weeks in a spinal ward and everything else. But for all the bits of support and the things received, the first time I met somebody else with a stage 4 cancer diagnosis or a stage 4 prostate cancer diagnosis was on that support call. And it was someone going through what I'd been going through months earlier. And it felt nice. I was able to say, well, here's what happened for me, and to make those bonds and to form those friendships, and for us to start to support each other as to how it's affected us. Because it's great being with people in support groups, but if they've not been through exactly what you've been through, it's quite difficult in a way. So the first time I actually met someone else who's stage 4 was on that support group. And I think there's a common bond between us because of that. Not just the guys who are stage 4, because there are a few guys stage 4, there are a few guys who aren't stage 4 at different levels. And it's been good to see the progress, but how we're all working and supporting each other. If someone doesn't come for a call, we're missing them, we want to know they're all right. It's making a difference to us all. It's keeping us together as a unit. That makes a difference. And again, I know if anything went wrong over Christmas and I feel a bit down or whatever, there's guys I can be in touch with now, and they can be in touch with me, and vice versa. That cohesiveness makes a difference. So it's actually worked really well as a support call. And I think probably from your side, Adam, you probably thought the support calls about the diet and the exercise and how do we take forward the remove program, and it's become more about the cancer and the support we need and how we involve others, and here's what needs to change and here's where we need to go forward, and the shocking information about how many people are suddenly diagnosed at stage 4 having not had it before, which is revolutionary. It's amazing. Shouldn't happen, shouldn't ever happen.
It shouldn't, no, and that's a topic for another day, isn't it? We could be here all day talking. We could be here all day talking about that. That's it. But so that's been good. So come on then, like, what's been the results of you being in the Remove program? What are the results that you've seen?
Well, I'm okay. I was one of the drug that's giving me more energy and making me feel better as well. But that's not the only thing. I am feeling fitter. I'm feeling more alive. I feel I got more energy. Is it a change in diet? Is it a change in attitude? Does it matter? But I'm feeling more alive. I feel I got more energy and zeal. I feel I got a nice support group there, and I think I've been a person who's told I wouldn't lose weight and be almost impossible to lose weight. And a friend said this to me, I thought it was a great line. A friend said to me, but Paul, you've lost 2 babies. That's a very strange and odd thing to say, and probably not to say certainly. He said, you lost 2 babies, and I worked it out, and I worked on my weight loss, and I've lost basically 9 kilos of weight. And it's 2 babies, isn't it? And you're thinking, wow. And it's like, how do you visualize those things? And like even when I had a not so good week, and I hadn't lost very much, and she said to me, but Paul, you've lost a bag of sugar. And I think trying to make me visualize it in those ways as well, even when I think I'm not done very well.
That's it. That is it.
It
was little things like that to visualize it. 2 babies. Yeah.
And I'm back swimming again. And I'm back swimming again, and I'm back swimming again, back at my old length. When I used to go swim before work, I used to do half a mile, and now I'm back swimming half a mile when I go to the swimming pool, and that's great. And okay, it's a bit of a bizarre swim now because it's all backstroke because I can't do front crawl anymore. I can't, do breaststroke anymore because of the back problems. Yeah. There's all backstroke with one leg working, one leg not working at my arms. But I'll get my half mile in, so it makes me happy. It makes me happy that I'm back doing some of the things I used to do. I'm feeling fitter and better again.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So you've got more energy. You're feeling good. You were told that you wouldn't lose weight because of the drugs and all of that, but you've lost 2 babies. So that's good. But also it's good as well mentally because it's showing that you've got that mental resilience to keep going and to no, you know what, I'm going to do it. And that's what I really admire about you, Paul. You haven't just gone home and sat down and like, no, this is my story now. You've gone, no, I'm going to do it. And that's what I really admire about you, Paul. So you should be really proud of that. Really, really proud of that.
It needs to be told, it needs to be out there. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. Nice. So Paul, like there's people that are watching this, if they're watching this and they're thinking about joining the Remove program, but they're like, you know what? I'm not like Paul. I don't have stage 4 cancer. I've had a prostatectomy, or I'm on active surveillance, or I'm going to be having just radiotherapy. What would you say? What would you say to those people that are watching to go, well, I'm not sure if it's for me?
I think you got to a reason to join. If you've got a reason to join, what have you got to lose? You've got the support of the support group. You've got the support of the other men. You've got the support of you, Adam, to try and feel fit and to lose weight. Getting a cancer diagnosis really knocks your mental health. It really knocks you in so many ways. If you're on the hormone treatment, God, that's going to knock you. It's going to help boost you. It's going to help make you feel better. It's going to help you feel more alive. What have you got to lose? It's something to try. And you might not have a major weight problem. It might be more your fitness level. It might be a weight. It might be a fitness. It might be a combination of the two. But it's how can you feel good about yourself? And I think what Remove does is it helps you feel good about yourself with the support of others and with the support of you, Adam. So it does make a difference. So again, this one has an opportunity. What have you got to lose?
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you, Paul. And again, thank you for taking the time today and sharing your journey. And, again, I just want to say, well done. No, you need to take your hat off to yourself. You need to do that for yourself because you've done really, really well, and you should be really proud of, of what you're doing. All right, you should be. So, guys, if you're watching this and you would like to know more about prostate cancer and also the work that Prostate Cancer Research are doing, and also more information about the Remove program, then you can find all of that out at www.prostate-cancer-research.org.uk. And again, Paul, thank you so much for taking the time today. Really, really do appreciate it. And, just sharing your journey again, because it's a very unique journey, and, it hasn't been straightforward for you, but, you're definitely, doing really, really well. So thank you for sharing your journey today.
No, thank you to you, Adam, and also thank you to Prostate Cancer Research UK for the opportunity to go through the program and to feel better and feel the way I do now. So thank you to both you and Prostate Cancer Research UK as well.
You're welcome.